Ben, first of all, back in the Premier League in Norwich.
Yeah. Hasn't really sunk in yet, to be honest. It's a lifetime goal of mine. Probably plenty of the other boys, aim as well in their career. In my opinion, the best league in the world. So, yeah, one achievement for all of us, and can't wait to get started.
How unexpected has this season been for you in terms of success?
I think nobody could probably see it coming, especially after the first 5 or 6 games with the results that we had. But we always knew that we had talent in the dressing room. Mario will tell you the same. It was just a matter of trying to get it to work, and the boss found solutions in the end to get us ticking, and we didn't look back since.
What particular challenges are you looking forward to next season?
Playing against the best players, some of the best players in the world, and seeing how me and myself handle that. I'm looking forward to what I can learn and see how that kicks me on to the next level, seeing where I can go from there.
Any striker in particular that you either looking forward to playing it or fearing playing against?
Obviously the usual, like Aguero and things like that, his finishing ability. But some teams have got electric pace as well, like Rashford. They'll all be tough. Can't forget about any of them. Deeney at Watford, there's loads of them. They're all in the Premier League for a reason. So there'll be some tough challenges, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mario, some important goals this season, most notably recently against Sheffield Wednesday in the last seconds.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job, right? What should I say? Obviously, as you said, important goals, but I guess every goal is important in this promotion season. So yeah, just happy.
I know you've been here for 2 or 3 years now, but how much did you know about Norwich before you came here?
It's actually a funny story. One of my best mates, his mother is from Norwich, and when I was like 12 or 13 years old, we used to play together. And he said, "I see you coming. One day you're gonna play for Norwich City in the Premier League." And yeah, I achieved it. So yeah, as I said, yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Has he got the lottery numbers for this weekend?
No.
Again, what challenges are you looking forward to? Looking forward to going to any particular grounds, playing against any particular players?
I think, as Ben said, to play against the best players in the world. I think the Premier League is the best league, no doubt about that. And I'm just looking forward to play against each and any team. Regardless if it's at Anfield or Old Trafford, but also Carrow Road, it's very, very nice to play. So yeah, just looking forward to any game.
And finally, from both of you, can you just give us an insight into Daniel Farke? Because he's been there 2 years now, but we don't really know what makes him tick, if he's fun or if he's how he works with the players. Can you give us an insight, both of you?
He's really relaxed, to be honest. I would say personally, he is fun, but he demands high standards and very hard work rate as well. That's important to him first and foremost. But yeah, he's very. He sticks with his philosophy no matter what, which is good. You know what you're doing, you know what he expects all the time. So it's good to work under. It gives you sort of a confidence boost and that sense of freedom as well, especially as a young lad. So.
Yeah, I think he gave the young lads, many young lads, a chance. He has his philosophy, and he has a good balance between being kind of a mental coach. Also, like as Ben said, he demands a lot, and it's just a good balance between everything.
Mario, one of the managers who'll come up against next season will be Jurgen Klopp. Before. Tell us about his influence in your career.
Obviously, he has a huge, big influence in my career. He was my first, senior manager. I've known him for almost 15 years now. We are still in touch. Obviously, one of the most important persons in my career, and also in Borussia Dortmund. He signed me for Borussia Dortmund when I was in a very, very difficult situation, and also give me kind of a second chance there. From there on, I've developed very, very well in the right direction, and obviously he has a very huge influence in my career.
Did he contact you after winning promotions and congratulations? Quite busy recently.
Yeah, his son contacted me also. David Wagner as well. So yeah.
I'm told that he once sort of dubbed you the next big thing when you were a lot younger. How did that affect your career? It's quite a lot of pressure to put on a young player.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, as a young player, I became a pro with 16. I didn't know how to handle certain situations, and obviously, my development wasn't like everyone expected it. So yeah, what should I say? I mean, as Ben can tell the same as young player, you're not used maybe to the whole load in training sessions. I was injured the first few years very often, so yeah, but after that, as I said, I got used to it and got better.
So is there a feeling going into next season playing the Premier League, which a lot of people consider one of the best, most competitive leagues in the world, that you're making up for lost time next season?
Yeah, kind of, definitely.
And talk about young players, Ben. I mean, this club seems to have tried to cultivate a real school for young players, bringing them through, giving them chances. Yourself, Jamal, lots of different players in the squad. If you were a young player now and you were looking for a club to join, is there a case to be made that it'd be a better choice to join Norwich than the likes of Chelsea and Man United now?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a pathway here. The boss trusts young players. When you get your opportunity, as long as you grab it and you do what's asked of you, then he won't take you out of the team. If he has a reason to keep you in there, that's fine. If you're old and if you're good enough, you're old enough, as they say. But you've just got to be hungry as a young lad, and that's what me, Max, Jamal, and Todd, we're all starving for success. And that's worked out really well for us this year. But yeah, as I said, it's credit to the boss. He creates that pathway for us, and fair play to him for doing that. It's very brave.
I mean, it is, and it will be even braver in the Premier League. And we believe them when they say that they're going to do it. But is there a part of you that's until it happens, until you get regular games in the Premier League, believe when you see it sort of?
No, your mind's built to think negatively anyway, and think only believe it till it happens. But you've got to back yourself, and you've got to tell yourself and believe that you will do it. And I think that way, you give yourself the best chance, along with working as hard as you can.
Ben, I know you were out on loan last season. What's it been like being in the club and seeing these players come in from maybe German clubs and players you might not have known so much about before, whereas other Championship clubs are maybe signing bigger names? How's that been for you?
They're all right. They've done the job, haven't they? So
yeah.
They're not too bad. But it was the club went through massive changes, as we all know, and it took a while to work out. 2 years, which fair play to Stuart Webber and the club for being patient with it. It's paid off massively, as we all know with promotion. But at the time, signing players which maybe some people haven't heard of is but you've got to trust the people behind the scenes, the recruitment staff and things like that, and I think that shows how good they are at their job this year. With the signing of Mario, Timu Pukki, things like that. It's not a coincidence, is it? How all these players can just come from unknown and click. They clearly know what they're looking for. It's been a long 2 years of ups and downs and trying to get this philosophy to work, but it's paid off.
Mario, what makes this club different to other clubs you've played for?
I guess it's a whole area is so full of energy. The promotion means a lot to us, but also to us players and the staff, but also to the people, to the supporters. I got so many messages saying thanks for the great season. Also we were just entertaining the people, not just winning games coincidentally, just playing great football, and it's just about that, to support us and
I know your friend had this vision that you would play for Norwich, but was there one or two moments when Norwich became interested? Was there a moment where you thought, yes, that is the club I want to play for, whether it was down to Daniel Farke or Stuart Webber? What was it that made you make that final decision?
Obviously, when I came here to visit, to see the facilities, to talk to Stuart Webber and Daniel Farke, and when I see the whole passion in that club, I was just oh, that's the thing I want to do. And I think 2 days later, I was here again signing for Norwich City, and I was happy. I'm pleased that I've done this.
You told us earlier that the sports psychologist David Hughes came and spoke to you early in the season. Could you tell us what effect that had on you, listening to him?
Different psychologists work different, obviously. You know, some people might not take anything away from it, some people might just take 1%, but then 1% add up, and that could be the difference. You know, for me, it taught me to stay positive and forget mistakes, you know, move on from that. That was what I took from it. You know, Mary might have took something else from it, but yeah, you know, it can work in different ways, but you know, them little things can definitely make the difference. And getting promoted or not.
In his book, The Barcelona Way, he talks about instilling a philosophy at the club. Do you see Norwich as a club that does that right from the top down?
Yeah.
They have a philosophy that works the way all through the system.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as I said, you know, through Stuart and the boss, they stick with their philosophy no matter what situation they're in, what type of game it is. You know, they're passionate about it. You know, and they pass that right through from first team right through the academies as well, and that's going to be, you know, so beneficial for young lads through the whole club.
Ben, you mentioned that the first 5 games things didn't go all that well. Was there a moment, a game, what changed? What moment got you believing that, hey, we can do this?
I think we were 1-0 down in the derby at Ipswich. The atmosphere was you know, it was loud. Obviously, it was an incredible atmosphere. It was a tense game. You know, and we ended up pulling a late goal through Maurice Lightner, I think, to make it 1-1. And you know, to move out of that game on a positive. And then I think we had the international break. So at least we finished that period of the season on a little bit of a high. You know, and then we moved on to Middlesbrough at home, where it just sort of changed. You know, things just sort of felt a little bit brighter, and it just sort of clicked from there. Really, we ended up beating them 1-0 at home, and we never looked back from there. You know, we made a couple of changes, and yeah, you know, the side just looked full of energy and a lot better off than a couple of games before that.
Mario, the way this team plays, it's been very exciting. As players, is it a fun team to play in?
Oh, definitely. Somehow I'm sad that the season is finished, but also I'm happy to be on holidays. But it's been just enjoyable. Also, like sometimes I was unfortunately sitting on the bench, or it was enjoyable to watch. I think also for the supporters, and it's a pure joy.
And can that style work, you think, in the Premier League?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously we need to work on certain areas. Definitely. Obviously, the club will make some new signings and stuff, and to develop our team, and yeah, it will work, definitely.
Ben, you touched on the Ipswich game. That was one of the first you actually played at centre back, wasn't it? You came on second half. Honestly, now, what did you think when the manager said earlier in the season, Ben Godfrey, for me, world class centre half in the making?
Obviously, at your time you're thinking, you know, well, thinking I'm a midfielder in my head, but at the end of the day, he's where he is for a reason. So I trust his opinion. You know, if he thinks I can kick on a lot further on as a centre back, then so be it. You know, because I'm just trying to get, you know, as far as I can in this game. So yeah, I trust his opinion, which you know, you have to do. But you know, it turns out he's right. You know, my attributes worked out pretty well at centre back. You know, I've got a lot to learn. But yeah, I back myself to play both positions anyway. But it's definitely a position that I've enjoyed playing. And yeah, I've loved learning and kicking on as a centre back this year.
And how important in that, as you say, learning curve to have, obviously you and Christoph towards the end of the season, but you've got Grant, you've got Tim, two experienced international centre backs. You must have been able to lean on those lads as well. Yeah,
massively. What I would say, that they've been unbelievable whilst I've been playing, and they haven't featured as much. You know, they've seen all this and done it before. They've played Premier League. You know, Grant was playing Prem when he was 18, or a ridiculously young age. Tim's an international, played Prem, so you know, the opposition that I'll be playing against, they've seen them before. You know, they can give me a bit of tips and their tricks, what they like to do, so I can be, you know, I can know that before a game. And if I'm feeling a certain way, I can speak to them about it because they've been through it all. So you know, they've been unbelievable. You know, so supportive and positive. Maurice, you know, they've been incredible. As have loads of the lads that haven't been playing, but you know, them two for me, I've been able to learn so much from without them actually being on the pitch.
And just final one on that one. First real season as a centre back, you've obviously shown you can do the role, but and you touched on it there. How much more do you think you have to learn to really master that position? Yeah,
of course. I'm 21, so I've got loads to learn. You know, bits that I don't know are coming. I'm going to see something in the game where I think, you know, I need to change that, or I need to do this next time. That's how you learn in football. You just have to, you know, you make mistakes, you learn from them, or you watch people. So yeah, I can't say how much have I got to learn, but there's definitely a lot of things that I'm going to have to pick up and change and adapt to kick on to that next level and be ready for Premier League.
Ben, the coach always talks about the fact that because they've got so many young players in the team, that there might be fluctuations of form.
Yeah.
So from your point of view, and also Jamal and Max, how pleasing is it for you all to maintain that consistency of performance all the way through the season?
Yeah, with young players, everyone's going to make mistakes, and yeah, as you said, you're not guaranteed to be so consistent all the time. We've been really fortunate enough this year to have sort of carried out quite a lot of wins and not as many not many losses. But that's down to other people around us as well. As I said, we've got that experience around us to carry us through them tough times when we have made mistakes, or because we are all still learning. But yeah, it's been incredible, for us to sort of be this consistent. I don't think many people saw it coming, but we've always backed ourselves to play at this level and higher. So we've got promotion up if we can win the title and then kick on, as I've said, to the next level and see if we can do it there.
And how much of a help did last season at Shrewsbury help you throughout the season?
Massively. Obviously, I was a midfielder there, so I got on the ball in some tight situations, which I've been then able to come into centre back. And in this team, you have to be good with the ball, and we get a lot of it at centre back. We start the attacks, so that's benefited me in that sense. In terms of big occasions and games, I went to Wembley twice, lost both of them, so I don't like that place anymore. But that's definitely gave me up and got me ready for these big occasions, and so I know what I'm going to be coming up with in terms of atmosphere. I know what I'm going to see this year, and it definitely got me ready for it. Yeah, I'd advise any young lad to go out and learn. I was fortunate enough to do it at a good level.
Yeah. Mario, were you surprised at how consistent they have been as well, the younger guys?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't surprised. No, I knew how big the quality of these guys are, and obviously they played so well, and I wasn't surprised because I saw the guys in the pre-season, and they were ready. They were ready, fully focused, and they helped us a lot through the season.
Gents, the strength of the team spirit this season has been so crucial. So there will be obviously players coming in this summer, however many. What would you say to them about what you guys would expect of them to make sure that team ethic continues?
I think it's you've got to think of your team. It's not all about you. I think that's been a massive factor this year. You sacrifice things for yourself for others. So yeah, definitely. You can't come into this team just being an individual. That's one thing that I would definitely tell a new sign if they can.
Yeah, as I said, don't be selfish.
And in terms of, we can hear the building work going on in the background. You guys kind of looking forward to coming back to Colney where it's a bit more settled, because this is going to be one hell of a facility for you guys, and different to what you would have seen when you both arrived here really 2 or 3 years ago, where there hadn't really been a lot done to the place. I mean, the club have almost managed to develop the training ground whilst also earning promotion to the Premier League.
The training is starting to look like a Premier League training ground as well. It was a good facility before, but they're kicking it on to a whole different level now with that facility over there. As you can see, and when we come back in pre-season, it'll look unbelievable. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Ben, would Mario get your vote for Norwich City goal of the season?
Yeah, I actually just did an interview earlier. I said that was my goal of the season. There was another one. Someone scored at Reading, where from the edge of the box.
I'm not sure who it was.
Which is a decent goal, but but yeah, maybe Mario's was definitely up there.
The free kick or the one on Saturday?
I'd say the one on Saturday. Yeah, with the occasion in the game as well, 100%.
And Mario told us after the Sheffield Wednesday game that he practices his free kicks in training every day.
Yeah, he kicks them onto the road from.
Do they all go in?
Yeah, well, he's in the wall jumping.
I'll be safe if you're having him. No, he does practice them a lot, and I think it shows as well. You can't just it's not luck that you step up and you bend it into the top corner, is it, a couple of times. So yeah, there's a lot of hours of practice that's gone into that, and it's paid off. Not many people have the hunger and determination to stay outside and do that whilst everyone's showering and going home. So fair play to him. It deserves it deserves the credit that he gets for it.
Ben, you spoke about your working relationship with the players' working relationship with the manager. Do you see the manager or the head coach and Stuart Webber almost as a double act? Do you have to impress them both?
Yeah, you have to obviously impress people in football. That's just how it is. But they don't put heaps of pressure on you. you know, they give you their ideas, and you just have to do that to the best of your ability. But yeah, you know, they work very similar to each other. You have to do that in terms of sporting director and boss, otherwise they're not gonna get on. They have the same, you know, philosophy and things like that. And I think it works well. I think it's a really good way for the club to be doing it.
Ben, you know you're talking about your ability on the ball at the back being important for this team. It's exactly what the England centre backs are needing these days. Obviously, a little bit away from that, but you are being part of the England youth setup and had a pretty rapid rise so far. Is that something that you do have one eye on in the future? Because when you consider some of the young players that have come from the Championship into the Premier League, Gareth Southgate, if they impress, has given them chances. So is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah, well, it's changed in England setup over the past couple of years. You know, it is actually possible to achieve that now for young English lads to get into the team. Yeah, of course, it's something I've got my eye on, and that's something obviously one step at a time. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, do my job for the team and play well. But if that opportunity comes in the future, then, you know, I'll be overwhelmed with it. Yeah, of course, I've got my eye on that. Every boy has in football.
Mario, can we just ask you about the goal as well? Can you talk us through it? Is it the
Again?
best goal you've ever
Enough. Yeah.
Is it the best goal you've ever scored from open play?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I would say it was definitely the most important one. Because I had lots of time. I was surprised no one attacked me, so I was just like determined that I was just gonna hit the ball properly to score, and fortunately it went in, and pure joy. What shall I say? Everyone was celebrating.
And you've had to be a bit patient because you had an injury. You missed all the pre-season, didn't you? I think the first 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
How difficult was it to remain patient for your chance? And you had another injury in the second half of the season, so you've had to show a great deal of patience.
Yeah, it's always part of as a player to be patient somehow. I was injured. The team, I think I came into the squad after the first international break, so against Middlesbrough. I came on. The team was doing well. We were winning almost every game, so I came on. I think almost every game we were doing well. So there was no reason for the manager to change something. But sometimes you just need to wait for your chance, and then obviously you need to be there to use the chance. Simple as that, and then somehow to show the elbows that you deserve to play, to start the games, and that's what I've done.
Quirky one just to finish with maybe. Ben, a Norwich fan has already gone and got the Norwich badge tattooed on his leg saying Champions 2019. He got it about 3 weeks ago, so he's obviously confident.
He's great,
how confident should he be? Or is he going to have to book in for some removal surgery?
Fair play to him for being that brave. Whether it was stupid or not, I don't know. I'll leave you to decide. But no, he can be confident. I just hope for his sake that we go and get it done now.
Any plans for anyone in the squad to follow suit?
I'm alright.
Well, me too.